for restriction on foreigners owning property. Right. Foreigners can own property in Singapore, but one should be a permanent resident of Singapore for at least 5 years. If you want to own a residential property, there is no restriction for foreigner to own private apartment and a private condominium in Singapore, and there is no restriction on number of private apartment or condominium foreigner can own either. Foreigner who have intention to purchase landed house in Singapore must seek government approval. The ownership is restricted to those who make educate economic contribution. For commercial property, Singapore commercial property includes, but not limited to, shop, house, office, hotels, warehouse, factory, shopping mall, and many more. There is no restriction for foreigners who wish to purchase Singapore commercial property. Okay, so for tax, that's what?
Regime.
Okay, for tax regime and laws governing wages. In Singapore, income tax are divided into two categories: corporate or company income tax and individual income tax. Individual income tax, there are different types of individuals in Singapore who are supposed to pay tax. There is a tax to be imposed on local foreigners, new taxpayers, and compliance matter. However, all these individuals are expected to pay tax ranging from the rates of 0 to 20% of the year of assessment and a gross tax pay ranging from 0 to 42,350. The individual should know whether she or he is resident or non-resident before tax is paid, and there is some qualifications, which is
It's okay, Nouf, just keep going.
And for corporate income tax, like individual income tax, taxes are supposed to be paid at the end of every year. However, the foreign income that a corporation in Singapore earns might require dual taxation once from the origin, in which the income is earned in Singapore. In this case, such businesses can assert foreign tax credit that is to be paid on the same income. These companies have their tax rates, which are different from the fee rates of individuals. As from 2010 to date, the tax rate to companies is 17%. Hence, as from the year of assessment, 2013, 2014, and 2015, companies will be given a 30% corporate income tax rebate, restricted at 3/3. 30,000 for each year of assessment.
Thank you. The Singapore currency is the Singapore dollar. One Singapore dollar is about 74 cents in US money. The Monetary Authority of Singapore is the organization that determines monetary policy, issues currency, and regulates banks and their activities. All banks in Singapore are required to maintain a domestic banking unit and an Asian currency unit which separates the international and domestic banking operations from each other. The Asian currency unit is used to book all foreign currency transactions, whereas transactions in Singapore dollars are booked in the domestic banking unit. Singapore is said to be one of the best countries in the world for doing business. Business relationships are very important to the people of Singapore because they would rather build a relationship with their future business partners than to just make a quick deal. The law of Singapore will govern your contract. Singapore's contract law is based on British common law. The governing law determines whether your contract is valid and if so, what rights each party has under the contract. Under Singapore law, a contract is only formed if a party makes an offer of goods or services, the other party or parties accept the offer, and if some consideration passes between the parties. The government in Singapore has a parliamentary system. The People's Action Party primarily dominates Singaporean politics. The President of Singapore is Halima Yacob. The Prime Minister of Singapore is Lee Long, and the Cabinet has executive power. There are three branches of government in Singapore: legislature, executive, and judiciary. Singapore is highly dependent on international trade, and their economy is characterized by the degree of openness and their excellent finances. In Singapore, there is something called the Entrepreneur Pass, which was developed to aid foreign entrepreneurs, innovators, and investors who wish to start a business and have plans to relocate to Singapore. To qualify for an Entrepreneur Pass, you must have the following: be 21 or older, have a business proposal prepared, and be willing to relocate to Singapore. And that's